I'm at Chicago O'Hare. It's December. It's 18 degrees. There's snow. Why the hell am I here? I'll tell you, because there are no direct flights from Las Vegas to Dayton, Ohio, which is where I'm going. And I have a layover. I just had a wonderful first class flight on United, sitting in the very front. Nice meal. I was hoping it'd be a bigger seat, lay down seat. I have no idea what kind of flight I'm going on this little jumper. Paid a lot of money for first class because I didn't want to have to sit in a little seat. Leaving the paradise of Las Vegas for this was not in my game plan today. I think that's my plane. I'm in Chicago. Just get a hot dog. I tried to come as prepared as I could. I'm wearing all leather. I'm wearing leather pants, leather shoes, leather jacket. They don't make leather underwear. If they did, I'd be wearing them. I'm dreading going outside. It's 18 degrees. In Vegas, when it gets to about 70, everybody's wrapped in a hoodie. They're wearing their winter clothes. We're freezing to death. I'm telling you, it gets 50, 60 degrees. It's like it's a horror show. So this kind of cold, not made for this. Whatever Celtic genes I had, being ancestrally Scottish, I've lost. Because I'm freezing my ass off and I'm inside. So, try as I might, I could not find a flight directly to Dayton. Ended up going with United. I normally fly Spirit, but Spirit doesn't go anywhere. Well, it'll go to Chicago, but there just wasn't a way to get directly to Dayton. And I could get close to one of the neighboring cities and drive in for an hour or two. Forget that. I looked at even, semi-private, all kinds of stuff. Just couldn't find a solution. Ended up choosing this first class flight because all the other connecting flights were like 8, 10, 12 hours because of the layovers and the multiple stops, flying to Atlanta or Dallas or a bunch of ridiculousness. At least this one went to Chicago. So by combining all of the points that I had saved up, the $1,200 flight got reduced to about half. Then using the American Express Platinum card, which gives you a $200 airline credit, that'll reduce it down to about $400. So that worked out. Then I had to get a room because I'm getting here so late. I'm going to be staying in downtown Dayton. It was about a $200 room, but using some more points and more credit, it narrowed it down to about half, to about $100. About $500 in. But hey, I'm going to make it. Oh, there's a McDonald's. Do they have McRib here? Do they have McRib? Because if they have a McRib, I don't see it. I have been trying to get a gosh darn McRib. They don't have them in Nevada for some reason. I'm planning my trip back to try to hit McDonald's on the way. I'm going to stock up on McRibs. I'd put one in my bag right now.
Somebody needs to tell the pilot that he left his blinker on. It's been on for hours. Unless we're just making a big right circle. I don't know.
There's nobody here. It is completely dead. It is crazy dead. There's nobody here. Well, as you probably know, Dayton, known for the Wright brothers. There's a replica of the first plane flown at Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. But there it is. I've been to the Flight Museum here. It's pretty cool. It's been a while since I've been here in Dayton, but cold. I do not want to go outside. It's like I'm dreading it. I don't want to go out there. I'm going to call an Uber, head to the hotel. Hopefully there's a McRib in my future, if I can find one. Oh my God. It is so cold here. I forgot what this kind of cold is like. I'm trying to think the last time I was this cold. Oh my God. How do you people do this? I'm sure that's what you say when you feel our heat in Vegas, but Jesus Christ. Oh, so cold. It slices through I'm wearing leather pants. It slices through there like a razor. Oh. If you were homeless here, you would die. Oh, I'm such a pussy. So just to recap, I'm wearing leather pants, wearing t-shirt, leather shirt, and a leather jacket and gloves. Now in my suitcase, I've got my cashmere sweater. It's not that thick. Also my hoodie. I'll be putting all of that on. I farted in the leather pants and got a brief moment of warmth on my taint. It is so cold. It is so cold. Don't come to this area in the winter months. Okay, I have Ubered. I am in the room. It's a nice room. Really, it's downtown. I'd show you outside, but I'm not gonna. It's cold. Downtown Dayton. I'm at the Hilton Garden Inn. I usually stay at a Hilton because I'm a Hilton Gold Honors member and I get points. I'm gonna go find the restaurant before it's too late and get something to eat. Hungry. Well, here's a look at the downtown from my window out here from the bar. I like the tree, playing Christmas carols. Snow out there. Dig the way they have this set up here, these bridges that go across this big hallway. That's classic, that's cool. I dig it. I like it. Lord Almighty. I can't believe I'm here with my old baby. My old girl. My 1990 Prevost Angola. Here she is, in the flesh. I never thought I'd see this thing again. Never thought I'd see her again. So many thousands of miles. I'm starting to tear up. I am starting to tear up. You get an emotional attachment to things. This was probably, back when I bought this, was the most expensive. Other than a house, this was the coolest thing I ever bought, that I ever had. This was a dream, as a former professional bus driver, driving for Vinnie Paul and touring bands, and to own your own Prevost bus. I had many RVs, but there's nothing like a Prevost bus. Look at these beautiful buses. And the guy that I sold it to did some minor changes to it, but believe it or not, my picture still hangs 5 years later. He redid the headliners really well. Company did that. This whole area has been redone wonderfully. New air conditioning systems, which I believe have heat as well. Remember the video I did about the microwave? Screen Machines poster still on the wall. He never took it off. Everything. This is all still the same. But he did the weirdest thing. He removed the bedroom, the bed, and custom built this thing, I guess. And then I don't know how to turn these. Oh, there we go. So yeah, he wanted to make this into like a conference room. There's the remote to the TV. Nice. So yeah, this has all been changed. This is an access to the engine. Strangely enough. So this here is the 8V92. This is a twin turbo. It would appear. These look differently from each other though, but um, I swore I would never have another AV92. This is a 2-stroke. It's a giant weed eater. That's what it is. 1995, they went to the Detroit 60, which is a completely different motor with much more power. And the guy that bought this thing had paid a tremendous amount of money. I think Prevost charged him almost $17,000 to replace the power steering pump and hoses. So these hoses are brand new. This is a power steering filler. Fill this with ATF actually. 40 feet of hose that goes all the way to the front. They replaced these hoses and the pump. Also, I seem to remember I might have been having trouble with this transmission or something with this fan. I just remember it was running a little bit hot. He may have fixed that or not. We'll find out. It's 30 degrees or less this trip, so I'm not worried about overheating. This R12 AC system never worked. We never used it. So the over-the-road air never worked. I don't know if I'll ever get it fixed. I'm probably going to remove it, actually, because what I want to do with this thing is going to be different. I'm thinking about removing the entire standard AC system in this thing. I remember I had replaced this charger here, if you remember from years ago. I just can't believe I'm back with this bus again. It's back in my life. I'm thinking about ripping this whole thing out and redoing this. Just because I have reasons. For instance, I don't really need the diesel heaters. They take up a lot of space. And I could just redo this bay and get a lot more space out of it instead of using this laminated wood. Okay. I'm thinking about if I remove the AC system, I could take all this out. I'd have a lot of space behind here. There's a big thing back here if I took out the AC system. And I'll explain that later. These 4 lead acid batteries, which are 8Ds, I believe. I'm going to replace these with a lithium ion system. And I might just rip this whole thing out because it's just old wood. And I could build a whole different system. I could get way more space out of this and replace these wooden drawers. What I'm thinking about doing, guys, is just going to Harbor Freight and then buying some of their toolboxes and things. You know, I could custom build a battery rig and put 4 of the 600 amp each lithium ion batteries in a row right there instead of having these 4 here because they're smaller. And then I could put like a toolbox or build of custom racks. This I'll probably leave in here because these drawers are super cool, but this takes up a lot of space. But I was thinking about putting a slide on top of this. It pulls all the way out. And then doing something different with the other side as far as storage goes. And I'm thinking about taking all the rooftop airs off and replacing it with a mini split system because an inverter mini split uses way less power. You know, there's 3 rooftops on this thing, right? And those 3 rooftops are pulling probably like 15, 20 amps a piece. Those are Dometic with heat strips probably. And I could put in a single head mini split right there that serves, or I could put in a 3-head mini split and have a mini split there, there, and there inside. You see what I'm saying? Think about it. Like, there's ways you could do this. You could, the other thing is I'm going to put an electric dash here. This dash here never worked. So I could open this up and put an electric dash here that blows, that runs electrically, which means you could run the dash here while you're parked, right? Now I could mount a mini split like here, you know, because I could modify these windows and the coverings, right? You know, maybe I'm trying to think, you know, but I could put, like, you could put a mini split above this TV. It would fit, okay? I could, you know, I could get rid of these cabinets here. I've never used these cabinets. Like, I've never put anything in them. Like, I never used them, ever. Just, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I could put a mini split there. Or, so like back here, it's by the bedroom. Hi. So back here, you could put, oh, it's warm in here. Yeah, those are heaters. But again, I don't use these cabinets. I could put a mini split right there or back in this area. I thought about removing this whole thing, right? Taking out this whole, this was always a problem. Fuck. Anyway, let's think about, this is what I'm thinking about doing, guys. So ripping all this out, remove all this. Take all this, take this out, take the TV out, just gut this. And then I'll put in 2 bunks here, 2 bunks here, and maybe a bunk back there or storage. I could put 5 bunks in this area. Because if those drawers weren't there, dude, you'd have a huge amount of space. Right? I'm just saying. So there's a lot that could be done. It's actually getting hot in here. This is fucking good. It's getting hot in here. Gotta fix that. So, anyway. I can't believe I'm back in this thing. I can't believe it. I'm gonna look at another one of the buses out here, and they put a split unit here under the window. I wouldn't have not thought of that. But as long as you're getting the air in. Because, you know, the thing is, you could lose a little bit of this window, and you could make a mount and have it, like, who gives a shit if it's covering up some of the window, right? But this is what they did. They put a split unit there, because these inverters, you could put a 3-head inverter. You know, you could have 3 of these on one unit. Right. And they use no power. I mean, that thing is probably pulling 200 watts at idle, just sitting around blowing. And at full tilt, probably 1,000 watts, 1,500 watts. Whereas a ceiling unit is pulling 15, 20 amps, you know? Mm-hmm. You can run that off a couple solar panels without even a battery. That's the thing about it. But thanks for showing me that. That's what it is.
Oh, yeah. So.
Just left the bank, paid for the bus, and now I am celebrating with, oh, I've been waiting for this for a long time. I'm at McDonald's in Dayton, Ohio. How I have missed your saucy, pickly, onion goodness. I'm getting ready to take off. It's about 20 degrees out here, something like that. It's snow. I'm going out in the snow. It's cold. It's cold. Man, I can't believe I got the bus back. I got my old Prevost back. It needs a little loving. We're planning on painting it, fixing it up. Running good though. Bus has been parked for, what, 3 years or more? Started instantaneously. Fired to life. And it's purring like a kitten. That 8V92 two-stroke is just running. Can't kill him. So it's just all the little stuff we got to worry about. I'm walking on ice. But there it is, man. I can't believe I got my bus back. I can't believe it. This is so crazy. I love when things come full circle. You know, back in the 90s, I remember taking pictures with the DeLorean time machine at Universal Studios. And then my car replaced that car. It's times like this when I go, wow, there's nothing like coming full circle. Isn't that the best? All right, let's get in this son of a bitch. Drive 2,000 miles. I had to go shopping, hit the Walmart. I've been in there for hours, buying just tons and tons of stuff. The bus has no heat, other than when the engine's running through the dash. It's the only heat. And it's never really been a problem because I usually don't go to cold places, but I bought a couple of electric heaters. The over-the-road bus heat isn't working for some reason, meaning that there's these little vents that should be putting out heat, but they don't. And the roof air conditioners don't put out heat. And the diesel heaters don't apparently work. So I'm trying to figure this out. So I'm going to use electric heaters, blankets. I might just end up getting a room, honestly, if it doesn't work. We're going to see what happens. I got to put all this stuff away. Second one of the day. I got another one in the fridge. Well, It's what day is it? It's Thursday. I didn't know what day it was. I am somewhere between Nashville and Memphis. I'm at a Love's truck stop. I've been just driving. Last night I stopped. I only made it a couple hours because it took me so long to go shopping at Walmart and get supplies and fill this thing up because it was empty. You have to fill it up real slow, and it holds a couple hundred gallons of fuel. And but I had to go to Walmart. I got like 2 carts full of stuff because I got some heaters and pillows and blankets and all the stuff. And I don't know if you can hear that hissing noise, but there's this air leak, and my air seat isn't working, and I'm having trouble keeping the air up. So I'm gonna get a mechanic here at the Love's to take a look at this air fitting situation, see if we can't fix it. There's some kind of line that's under the seat that's broke off. We can't fix the seat. He capped it off. Finally building pressure because let's see here. You got to have 100 psi.
And I'm getting to this one hadn't built it. Finally, the you should hear it pop off and go. Psst, that's when you know you're full, and that will allow the airbags and everything to work. But
I got a little noise coming out of that brake. And what's happening is just from age. So like this T here should go there, and that runs my air horns. And so when I hit this, so I don't have any horns. So what's happening is these plastic lines are just breaking from age. And I don't know if the line has come off this seat or the bag has split. But the bottom line is it's an air seat, and it's an Isri trucker air seat. And we're going to have to figure out what's up with it. I hear, but finally I'm getting air pressure. So this thing's sitting at the bottom. It's supposed to be sitting up tall. But look at that. Oh, I'm way over 100 now. That's good. So this thing should raise up. I should be able to hit this and raise up the front end and see if we can get it off the ground. Well, I'm in Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis. Land of Elvis. Well, you know what I'm going to do here. I'm staying the night here. I'm going to go to Graceland. I'm going to go to the Peabody, go to Lansky's, go shopping. Going to eat at my favorite place. I used to always go with my buddy Vinny. Beale's, it's Blue City Cafe on Beale. And it's on Earlyside, Main and 2nd, I think. But it's Blue City Cafe. Put some South in your mouth. Love that place. I know there's other places over there I might try as well, but that's one of my favorites. The fun thing about being in the bus is you just make your own schedule. I don't have a schedule. I don't have a timeline. Like I was kind of sleepy. I hadn't gotten good rest, and there was jet lag and things. Probably about 2 o'clock, I was just falling asleep in the chair almost. And I pulled over, I don't know, a couple hours from here, and just pulled down the shades at a truck stop and crawled into the couch bed here. It's pretty big. It's actually pretty comfortable. And I slept for like 5 hours. I didn't get up till like 7 or 8 o'clock. And then and all those McRibs I've been having. I think I broke the toilet. I fixed it. But oh my God, I've got a backup emergency McRib in the fridge. So anyway, I guess I'll go ahead and maybe make the Friday video now. I don't know, and pick up. I was trying to think, do I want to do a video on Graceland? So many people have done videos on Graceland. I've been talking to my other Elvis fan friends, like Jordan the Lion, things like that. I'm like, oh, because, I've been there. So many people have been there before. But I do love going shopping there. I need to get another TCB license plate for the front because the guy took it off. Need to get some, maybe some Elvis blankets. I have a great Elvis bathrobe, And I still wear it, but it got partially melted in the fire, but I just couldn't bring myself to throw it out. I want to see if they have another one. I want to get it. Lansky's, tailored to Elvis. That's a lot of my great shirts and coats and things I got from Lansky's. And the thing is I've shrunk so much, I've lost so much weight that most of the stuff I've bought over the years just doesn't fit me anymore. My buddy Rick, hi Rick, I hooked him up with my Elvis wedding jacket just because it was like a triple X or something. I wear a large now. I just bought a nice suit coat at John Barbados. They had a 50 off Black Friday sale. Everything was 50 off in the store. And me and Eric went in there, and Eric, singer, my good friend Eric, will be with Kiss at the Kennedy Honors this Sunday. So I don't know if that's televised, but Kiss is being honored by the Kennedy Honors. And so it'll be Jane and Paul. Peter Criss will be there. And then Ace would have been there. And then Tommy and Eric as well. And so sad that Ace didn't live for that, because Ace was a giant Trump fan. I can't speak for the other members of the band, but posthumously I can say that that's the case. What else is going on? I've just been thinking about all the things I want to do to the bus when I get it. We want to paint it. I want to polish it. I want to do some interior things. And hear me out. I'll show you some of the things I'm thinking about doing. One of the things that's always annoyed me about the bus is it's really only set up for 2 people, because there was only this one bedroom back here. Now the guy that I had it took out the bed and retiled this. Notice this grout's just slightly different. He did find the same tile though, but this has all been retiled because there was a big bed frame that came here, and there was a queen bed, and they've remade this. Under this is the storage for the electrical cable and the contactors and things, so I can't modify that too much. But what I want to do is put in bunks. So what I'm thinking of doing here is I want to, because I've already talked about this, we'll have to take out the TV, remove this whole wall, and I basically remove all of this. So this whole countertop, these drawers, all this mirrors, all this woodwork would go away. And I hate to rip all this out, but kind of have to. But I'd have to leave some sort of box here. So I'd probably get rid of those things as well. And I don't know if I'd rip up the tile and just put carpet. We might. We'll probably have to rip all this tile out. Maybe just leave this section tiled. I don't know. And then, because this is what we got to do. We got to remove all that, and then we're going to put in what's called condo bunks, right? Which are the largest style. And I'm going to buy these custom mattresses they put into like trunks and things. You got a lot of space here, for a bunk. So imagine a bunk here, and this one would have to be slightly raised, which is fine. And then the next one would be kind of up here, and I would probably put some kind of ladder or stairs or step or something there, because it's too hard to get up in there. But it's going to come all the way out to here, pretty much. So you're just going to have this little walkway because you want as much room as you can, like almost a twin bed, but not quite. And then back here is a ton of room. There's a ton of room. If I open this, which I didn't do last time, there we go. Look how much room there is in this closet. Now, I know you need to have closets for storage, and maybe we'll keep the closets for storage. But I was thinking, it's like, you could put, considering where this wall is, this could be a huge bed, And then I could put, if I take these drawers out, I could put just suitcase storage here, so that everybody could put their bags and things. Like, we'll get rid of these drawers, but this would be an open area that you could put your bags in, like that. And this thing doesn't close. What the fuck? That's what I'm saying. All this stuff needs to be redone. So, we'd have to get rid of this here. The problem is on this side, there's not as much room. This is the issue. Everything is kind of shifted to this side. So, you wouldn't be able to put a very big bunk, but you could put what's called a coffin bunk. Coffin bunks, well, it's the size of a coffin. These are the condos. You get the idea. Look how big this is. You have a pretty big thing. But you could put, even worst case scenario, just one cot that goes here. That's like You know, I also thought, man, this might have to be what it is. I don't know. I could put a couch here that's a bed, you know, and get rid of the TV because the TV wouldn't be able to be here. I'm just thinking out loud. We got to figure this out based on what size is available. Because I don't think there's enough room to actually have a whole bed up here. We might only be able to put one here. But by putting one back there, that's 4, right? You can sleep 4 people. All right, we're going to move into here now. And then somebody can sleep here. This is a big space. Now, I've always thought this was such a waste of space. But I love that constant countertop. That counter is great. What I thought about doing was ripping that out and putting a low couch here. And even if you're not using it, you throw your stuff on or whatever, you'd get more space out of it than you would for this. And then somebody could sleep there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people could sleep in this thing. What I found is, like, if you want to go out on a trip and go do some fun stuff, you're really only limited to, when I had the bed, 3 people, right? And I want to be able to take my band out. One of the things we really want to do is we want to go play Sturgis in South Dakota. And we want to play in LA and Utah and all kinds of places. And so you got me, my bass player, a drummer, and then 2 guitar players. That's 5 people. And that's if we don't bring a roadie or a friend. So, where's everybody going to sleep? So, even if I let everybody sleep on here and then I got a hotel or somebody else got a hotel, you know what I'm saying? So we're trying to get this figured out. I'm going to camp here tonight. I got to hit the Home Depot, the Costco, the Sam's. I've already been to Walmart a couple times. There's just so many supplies that you need to get, All right, well, that's enough for now. Thanks for joining me on this little journey of mine. This is fun. I'm going to be out for a few days. I'm going to head to Dallas. I'm going to spend all day tomorrow in Memphis, most of the day, because Graceland closes like 4. I want to spend the day there. And then after that, I'll roll out at night probably, and start heading back to Dallas. I love that my Scream Machine poster's still on the wall. I can't believe I'm back in my bus. I can't believe this. I thought I'd never see this thing again. This is just nuts. Wow. All right, guys. I'll catch you later.